Hi everyone, it's the Cello Doll again, and welcome back to another audition tip video. Secret audition tips that people don't talk about. These are things that I really don't hear a lot of musicians talking about. These tips are perfect for you seasoned auditioners, and at the very end I'm going to include my top number one tip. So let's get started. Audition tip number one. Words are very powerful. When you're at the venue and you're waiting for your turn, you just finished your audition. Act like there are ears everywhere. I have heard people complaining about another orchestra or a conductor, and I'm thinking, why are you acting this way? The music world is so small, and you don't want to look like a gossiper. You want to have a really positive attitude. You want to thank the people that are staffing the audition. A simple thank you can go farther than you think. Audition tip number two, play for people who scare you. It's the best way to replicate the nervousness I get in an audition. In a previous video, I talked about playing for peers, and that's a great first step, but there will still be comfort. And if you really want to test your preparation, find someone who intimidates you, has a level of playing and performance that you admire. You'll already get their kudos for putting yourself out there and asking. We all know how much work it takes to prepare, so very likely they will say yes. An older student, another teacher. For orchestra auditions, playing for conductors is great. They're used to listening to countless auditions and they've heard all your excerpts, so they're a good resource. Be friends with your conductors. Now, the last big tip, my biggest thing that I have learned so far in auditions. Find out what works for you, uniquely you. I know what you're thinking. You're making these audition tips and you just told me to think of my own stuff. Hear me out. I am trying to give you advice that is broad, and some of the mental tricks I've heard. The stuff is very specific. Imagine yourself playing in a garden or an empty room. But I tried some of those things, and when it didn't work, I thought, is there something wrong? And it's normal. We're all so different. Physically different. Psychologically different. We have different years of experience. And don't feel like you have to follow something exactly. So instead of someone saying, imagine you're playing in a garden, think they're telling me to try a visualization technique. You need to find a way to adapt tips. They're more likely to work if you think, how will that cater to my personality? I'm gonna warn you, that's gonna take patience, time, and some trial by error. So, those are my tips. If you have any suggestions for a future video, leave it in the comments. Subscribe, please. And good luck at your next audition. Bye!